Welcome to the game. No one knows why they are here. No one remembers what they did. But one thing is certain. If they don't confess their sins, they will die. Tonight the game begins again. And this time, no one is safe. A suspenseful story about a man who locks 5 people inside a terrifying room. But why is he killing them one by one? What crimes have they committed? If you want to find out, stay with us until the end of the video. This story takes place 10 years after G-Con's actions. A man is seen running from the police and climbs onto a roof where he notices a cross sign and a remote. The police surround him, but he insists on speaking to Officer Halloran. When Halloran arrives, the man, named Ed Card, tells the police that he holds a remote that, if activated, will start a deadly game. Halloran demands to know who is controlling him, but Ed refuses to answer and turns on the remote. In response, Halloran shoots him. As soon as the button is pressed, lights turn on in a room where 5 people are strapped to helmets with spikes. A speaker plays a voice, Jigsaw's. Though he was believed to be dead for 10 years, could he still be alive? Jigsaw's voice says, "If you want to live, stop lying and deceiving. Speak the truth and you will be freed. But if you break the rules, you will die." He explains the game. The players must give a little of their blood to turn on the green light and escape. If they confess their sins, the penalty will be reduced. Otherwise, the consequences will be severe. The game begins, and chains start pulling them. One woman remembers the blood rule and quickly places her hand in the blood tray. As soon as she does, her helmet unlocks. Seeing this, the others follow suit and are freed. However, one player, Max, is unconscious. Unable to comply, he is dragged to his death for breaking the rules. The room's door unlocks, revealing that they are being watched through CCTV cameras. Among them are 2 women, Anne and Carly, and a man named Matt. Anne realizes that the game is forcing them to confess their past wrongdoings. Meanwhile, outside, a jogger stumbles upon a corpse, the body of a woman who had been trapped in G-Con's game. When forensic doctors remove her helmet, they find her face half mutilated, with a number 6 carved into her neck. The officer insists G-Con can't be alive since he died 10 years ago. Elsewhere, Officer Halloran and another officer are captured. The forensic doctor extracts a USB drive from the corpse's neck, revealing that only 4 players remain. Meanwhile, a robotic doll, Jigsaw's favorite, arrives with a message: confess. The chains tighten, forcing them to reveal their crimes. Matt confesses he once sold a faulty bike, which led to an accident that killed a young boy. Anne reveals that her husband accidentally suffocated their child while sleeping. But their chains keep tightening, proving they are still hiding something. A tape recorder drops from the doll's hands, unlocking the chains. But they remain bound. Suddenly, 3 syringes appear. Jigsaw explains that at the start of the game, the person who stole a purse was injected with poison while unconscious. One syringe holds the antidote, the others contain acid. Choosing the right one will set them free, but the wrong choice means death. The group realizes Carly is the thief. Ryan urges her to confess, but Carly denies it. Her chains tighten again. In panic, Ryan injects all 3 syringes into Carly, causing her eyes and throat to bleed as she dies in agony. Before dying, Carly mutters 3.5, revealing a code for the next challenge. Meanwhile, officers suspect forensic assistant Logan, who frequently visits Jigsaw's website, but they lack proof. Later, Logan and his assistant are seen at a club. The assistant claims an officer is trying to frame them. She then leads Logan to Jigsaw's old hideout, which is still filled with traps. Unbeknownst to them, An officer secretly records their actions. Back in the game, Matt picks up a step but is suddenly hoisted by ropes. Jigsaw reveals that Matt hasn't told the full truth. He made $600 from selling the faulty bike, knowing its brakes were broken. The boy who died was Jigsaw's nephew, an innocent victim. A mechanical device is placed in front of Matt, forcing him to press the brakes. As he does, the engine activates, and he is pulled into a spinning blade, meeting a gruesome end. At the hospital, Ed Card, the man from the beginning, mysteriously disappears. The officers investigate G-Con's grave, only to find an empty coffin with surgical tools inside. Realizing Jigsaw's body is missing, they rush to the warehouse where Logan and his assistant were last seen. Inside, they find Matt's corpse and another Jigsaw message. Only 2 remain. Suspicion now falls on Logan. Halloran moves to arrest him, but Logan insists the real mastermind is Halloran himself. Meanwhile, Jigsaw's assistant tells Logan she knows where the game is happening. They follow her with Halloran trailing behind. In the final room, Ryan and Ann are tied up. Jigsaw appears before them, exposing their sins. He tells Ryan, "You bullied people in childhood, and because of you, 3 friends died in a car accident." Ryan pleads for his life, saying he wants to live. Jigsaw then reveals the shocking truth about Ann's child. Her husband wasn't responsible for the baby's death. That night, Ann's baby was crying uncontrollably. Frustrated, she smothered the child with a pillow, unknowingly killing it. This was the crime she had been denying all along. Now Jackson picks up a gun and a bullet and tells both of them, "Your key to freedom lies here. One of you must kill the other." Ann quickly grabs the gun and aims at Ryan, but Ryan refuses to play along. He realizes this is a trap and warns Ann, but she doesn't listen. She pulls the trigger. The bullet backfires, hitting Ann herself. She falls, dying on the spot. Ryan now finds the key to his freedom. Meanwhile, Logan enters the game area and injects an anesthetic into Halloran's neck. In the next scene, both of them fall into a Jigsaw trap. Jackson then speaks to them, "You know your sins. Confess them, and you shall be free." But Halloran triggers the device, causing Logan to be pulled toward it. Just before his death, Logan makes a shocking confession. The one who tampered with Jigsaw's acid test was none other than me. The device activates, and Logan is brutally killed. Before dying, he admits his crimes. "I have taken countless bribes, and innocent people have died because of me." Suddenly, the screen reveals a shocking truth. Logan, who was presumed dead, stands up, alive. He smirks and says, "This game was first played 20 years ago, created by Jigsaw himself." Back then, Ryan and Ann were part of it, along with me, but Jigsaw spared my life. Now, we uncover one final twist. The same man who killed Logan's wife was let go by Halloran after taking a bribe. Logan then fires a shot at Halloran, avenging his wife. "We are the last players of this game," he declares. The game ends with Halloran's death. Now it's clear Jigsaw's work will continue through new players. Did you expect this twist? What do you think about Jigsaw's legacy? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like, share, and subscribe with the bell icon on for more thrilling explanations. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. On fire.